In this video, I have two notorious pests to deal with. First up, I'm going to be dealing with some redback spiders, and then later in the day, I'm going to relax and deal with some stink bugs. Warning: the warning on this video has been removed, and this video is intended for people who have a mature mindset. If you're a snowflake style of person, this video is not for you. I better deploy the redback spider control chart so we're educational. I think the last redback roundup was actually on the winter solstice in Australia. If you know what you're doing, you can find redbacks in winter. A bit tricky to do, but if we move on in the year, August, and at the moment we're at basically the end part of October, and that's just prior to what I'm calling the peak spider season that happens in the Australian summer. I know it's bloody confusing. Our seasons are reversed to the bulk of my audience. I can piss this off because we have been educational. Woo! And of course, that was just an open invitation for Bubble to think that's a nice place to have a rest. Love it. This is a mixed bag of redback spiders in the lures. These are the only lures around my house that present with redback spiders. This lure doesn't have any. This one's got 2 spiderlings. This one here's got none. And this one here's got a maturing redback. It's not fully sized yet, but the web structure also tells me it's not fully mature. I'll do something a bit different. I'll take still photographs of the redbacks that we're dealing with. Of course, some of them are very, very small, and it's going to be more concise, I feel, if I take photographs versus trying to hunt them down and take some video of them. I'm hoping the stills explain what's going on in here. It made the spiders look a lot bigger than what they are. The larger redback here, the female, isn't that far from being a breeder, but we're going to make sure she doesn't get to that phase. And quite curiously, the 2 redbacks in this lure here, there's a boy and a girl there, very immature female, and a male that looks like he's looking for love. But I'm gonna turn up the heat on that redback spider's love nest. Good night, little brothers and sisters. Dusted. I told you I'd turn up the heat on that love nest. Let's hope Mummy doesn't notice the damage to a beautiful garden. In every war there's always collateral damage. The redback spider carcasses are going to be down in the dirt there somewhere, a little bit singed, but don't worry, the ants are going to come in and have a lovely feed. I've been told they like the redbacks done medium rare. And if you're wondering, Bubble is still residing on the redback spider control chart. Looks like she's set up there for the day. Okay, we'll move on to dealing with the next problem of today, dealing with stink bugs. Well, I've got to deal with a couple of stink bugs. They seem to be primarily on this citrus tree. They're at the stage where they're not fully mature, so they're a nice bright color. And if I just poke in there like that, you can see the orange stink bug before it turns brown. It's getting a bit agitated there. And if I look further up on the citrus, there's a lot more stink bugs up there. The more I look around here, the more that I'm seeing. This is actually quite an infested tree. Oh man, there's a lot in there. There's also a lot of little fruit, as I'll call it. It had a lot of flowers, but then again, you can have a billion flowers and not much fruit. And if I come around here, you'll see more of these little darlings. Saying that in the nicest way. Look at that there. You have stink bugs and you end up with no fruit. I can guarantee it. As I'm making this video, it's late October. It's springtime in Sydney, although we've had some shockingly hot weather. And we had a snake in the backyard a few weeks ago, and I made mention that there was, well, I couldn't see any stink bugs, but I tell you what, I'm seeing them now. One little gremlin there. And I'm sure if I keep looking around, I'm going to find more gremlins. Yep, there's one there as well. I've got a fancy battery operated sprayer. That's what's buzzing in the background. And I'm going to start spraying, and I'm going to start at the top first. And I'm using that 4 litres of hot water. I've actually set it up with hot water. I've done this before and didn't use hot water, but I found it worked. Okay, 4 litres of hot water, 2 litres of white vinegar, and a litre of detergent, the mankiest detergent you can find. When I say manky, I mean cheap. This is making a very, very interesting smell, this mixture. And hopefully, because I think they're all orange, we're going to find a whole bunch of these little devils dead on the ground soon. You know what I like doing this, but I prefer to use the flamethrower. I'm not sure what does the damage, whether it's the vinegar, oops, that one dropped fast, the detergent, or the hot water, or maybe it's the magic mix of all of them, hey? Oh yes, I'm starting to see they don't like it at all. Good night, sister. I can sort of smell them a little bit. That is the stink bugs. They're sneaky little buggers. When they're smaller than this, they're green, so they're basically invisible. They go through this orange phase, but when they're mature, they blend into the tree really well. They just sort of hide. They're brown, but they do blend in really well. Look at that one there. That one doesn't look very well, does it? Oh, I think it's dead. Oh, poor little stink bug died. I'm so upset. That's the one that just dropped down. Let's just have a little look at that, see how well it looks, eh? Yeah. I don't think that one's coming back to being alive. This is actually like therapy for me doing this. Although I get better therapy from a flamethrower, it's a lot more fun. But doing this is actually quite relaxing. Near the end of the day, it's cooled off a bit. And the best thing I can see at the moment is I think bugs are off the tree and they are dropping like flies. I'm at the back side of the tree. I can certainly smell the stink from these guys. They're not fully mature, so there's one right at the top there. You're going to drop like a dead bunny very soon. There's actually quite a cluster here. Normally they'll go for the sunny side, but of course they're going for where the fruit is. There's a lot of little fruit on this tree, and they're really right up high too. So maybe what I like about this battery powered spritzer, and I'm not going to talk brand names, I'm not going to get into that sort of rubbish, is that it gives a consistent flow of material. I found with the hand pump stuff, you end up with a gusto of pressure to start with, and then it drops off as the pressure drops off and you've got to pump them up again. It's also very important to get right inside here. I can see them fripping everywhere, I tell you what. But what's sort of nice at the moment is that colour, that you can actually easily see them, which makes it a bit easier to understand where to point the spritzer. Die, stink bugs. Die. I thought they were maybe going to mate those two. Well, we'll soon put an end to that. And this one thought it could hide in the back of a leaf. No, you don't. You're dead. Oh, that one right up the top there. No, you don't. Buddy-o, you're going to die. Guess where you're going? To an immediate death. You can try to run, but you can't hide from me. Especially when you're orange on a green tree. Well, that's certainly shaken up the party, hasn't it? I can see on the ground there, already got some lovely dead orange stink bugs. I love it. I'm just moving on to the tree next to the main infested tree. I remember looking over or underneath the leaves of this one when Mr. Nakaruni visited us, and I didn't see any of the very strange little matrix shapes that they leave their eggs on the back of the leaves. I couldn't find any, and I thought, oh, I don't think we're going to have any stink bugs, but no, I can certainly see that there's stink bugs on this tree. There's one right there. I don't think it's going to survive that shower. What I've found is that this is a really, really cheap and effective way at pulling back stink bugs. It really is dirt cheap doing it like this, and it works. I can absolutely guarantee to you it works. I'm just moving on to the very old lemon tree in our backyard. This one has, well, been hit with a flamethrower many times, but one of the best things we did is a stinky there, be right in the middle of the screen. One of the best things we did was one year we gave it a massive hard cutting back, and the flamethrower sort of does the same thing, and then the regrowth from that was just amazing, and it's become a much bigger tree after we gave it a massive cutting back. And maybe this branch here coming out towards me is great testament to that, and you can see there's a lot of lemons there as well. So yeah, you get rid of the stinkies, you get the fruit. If you don't get rid of the stinkies, well, the stinkies get all the prizes, don't they? Yeah, that one that was hiding on the old lemon tree. Well, guess what? I found you. I think what I worked out when I first looked into this, it doesn't take very much of this mix to take out the stink bug. And you see them, the good thing about the spray is that when they get sprayed, they're on the move, then you can all of a sudden start to see them. There's a little bit of collateral damage. I can see some little spiders and all getting affected by it. But hey, you know, every war you have collateral damage. But if I let those stink bugs win, well, they win the war in a really, really savage way. And this is one of the other bigger citrus trees that in the past haven't had many stink bugs, but look at this here. Fripping hell. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to do this tree over. But before I get into this tree, I'm going to go to a very, very infamous tree in our backyard, and it's this tree over here. This was the original tree that I flamethrowed to death and killed all the stink bugs. Quite a famous video, actually. And the people said to me, "Oh, you flamethrower your tree, it's going to die, it's the end of the tree." Well, look at that there. Does that tree look dead to you? I think hitting it with a flamethrower was one of the best things that ever happened to it. There's certainly stink bugs here, I tell you. It's quite a thick tree to get into, so I can get the spray right in there. Some sort of spidery web there too. Sorry, spidery. Look at them, they're up there. I don't know whether you can just see. I'll do that, you'll see them. Look for the orange things. Yeah. At least at this stage, they're quite easy to see. Yeah, look at this here. Wow, wee. Good night, sisters. Go away. This is the flip side of that same tree, and I'm thinking back when I flamethrowed this tree to near death. It was about 7 or 8 years ago. I'm sure the audience will tell me an exact date. They keep track of my stuff way better than I do. Yeah, there's a lot of stink bugs actually like deep in the tree. I think the other notable thing to say is in this phase of the stink bug, they're not flying away, they're not escaping, which is nice. If they can't escape, they're going to die. Okay, this is the tree that I started on. It's probably about half an hour after I sprayed it, and what I find is a lot of the stink bugs will cark it, that's like saying die, and their legs lock onto the tree, and I'll put them in a little bucket in my arm here, but as I touch the stink bugs, that's what you get, and that stain stays on there for quite a few days. That's quite a sneaky one over the back here. This is why it's really important to spritz inside the tree, because they do their best to hide as well. That's my collection of the, I'll call it the tree huggers. I'm still picking them off. There's a real classic case of one that's clinging on by its dead legs. That one right there, gotcha. Nasty little boy. This is the backside of that first tree. You can see the stink bugs just hanging in there. Believe me, they're not going to be around much longer. They're all on their last legs. They've all been hit with spray. Maybe the fact it's not that immediate is something that I'm relishing. You know, you thought you got away from me. No, you didn't. I'll come along and I'll pick up all the thinkies that have dropped under the tree here next. It's a bit easier with tweezies. It's interesting, they're all, I'll call it all from the same generation, and the fact that they're all the same colour or maturity. And I might have got the colours mixed up, the phases they go through. I think it's, after this I don't know, let's say greeny brown. It's each way a bet, isn't it? I'm sure someone out there will correct me. All I know is when they're in this phase, this orange phase, oh, that one's morphing, they're pretty easy to see, which is what I like. Let's Bubble here, but she's distracted by looking at a bird in the tree. We can take a look at the stink bugs that I've just delatched from the tree, which are in their dying last legs, and the ones from under the tree. Quite a nice collection. I'll try to get it into my hand. This is going to get manky. Ooh, the feel of those beautiful stink bugs, and believe me, they are on their last legs. Horrible stinky things, all gonna die. Aren't I sad about that? Oh, Bubble. Yeah. That's another fail, Bubble. F-A-I-L. Better luck next time, Bubble. The birds are watching you. I think they're laughing at her, actually. I'll attach this to the end of the video. This is for the Stink Bug Welfare Society. I'm sure they're out there. Every little critter on the planet seems to have someone protecting them, even the nastiest ones. This is about 50 minutes after I started spraying that first tree. This is where these stink bugs came from, and I would say the bulk of those stink bugs down there are stone cold out, dead, RIP, never coming back. And maybe what I like about the flamethrower is when I use a flamethrower, it's immediate. The stink bug is zappoed, frittered in an instant. The spray can be very effective and fast on some stink bugs, I've noticed, and others seem to want to struggle on. So maybe that's stink bug evolution at play. I'm sure the audience can explain it to me. Anyway, that footage there is just for the Stink Bug Welfare Society. Believe me, they'd be out there.